I'm here with the Bestway Express President and CEO, Eli McCormick, who's also the IMTA Chairman this year. Eli, welcome and thank you.
Thanks, Scott, for having me.
Absolutely. So you have been a LLC customer for quite some time. You've been implementing as a part of your CDL finishing school curriculum. And what we're doing with the IMTA is we're hosting a LLC workshop for all the members. So since you've had the experience of what LLC instructor and driver certification is, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind explaining it to the other IMTA members. Maybe specifically start with this. How would you say LLC has improved your safety culture? And you can answer that either qualitatively or quantitatively.
Okay, sure. Well, so ever since that we've implemented LLC, the LLC program into our company, we feel pretty confident we've been able to properly train and rehabilitate drivers while out on the road. Before using your guys' program, we really didn't have a true way of training and actually knowing that our drivers were being properly trained. Yes, we had a program in place. Yes, we feel like it worked a little bit, but there was really nothing there for us to measure against, if that makes sense, to ensure that the proper training was being completed. Truthfully, that was probably error on our part more so than it was the program that we were using, but there's a lot of things out there that we didn't think about, and truthfully you guys came to the table and you pushed us to think about safety a little bit differently than what we have in the past. Any employee that has been through this program has become more aware and conscious on the road, resulting in a reduction of not only incidents as a whole, but possibly more importantly, the severity of those incidents and accidents.
I appreciate it. And you guys have done a great job on promoting it. Every time I'm on social media, I'm seeing another certified instructor, loud and proud, like it's college graduation with his diploma.
Sure.
So you've done a good job of selling what we call the career path in there.
Yep.
So let's talk about the career path. You all made a decision just with, hey, supply and demand out there. It's tough finding drivers. You made a decision to start your own, kind of work with area schools, even start your own finishing school. Tell us about how that experience has been, and specifically how you're using LLC as the foundation of that program.
Sure. So about the same time we brought on your guys' program, we had made the decision, like you just said, to start our own driving academy here at Bestway. And in doing so, we knew that we had to have a solution in there to create a curriculum for the classroom experience and the on-the-road experience. And we were actively looking for that solution. And, through conversations with you and your team, you brought to the table that you guys had a solution for that. And ultimately, we went with your product. And, after comparing it to the other training programs that we viewed, there's no question in my mind that the stuff that you guys bring to the table is, it's fresh, it's current, and it's got a lot of charismatic content that other programs don't simply have, in our opinion. Frankly, in my opinion, I feel like the industry needed someone like you guys to come in and shake some things up, because the material that everybody else puts out is, effective, yes, but it can be boring at times, if that makes sense. And for those who have programs in place, some of the video content that's out there, it's kind of lackluster a little bit. Yes, it gets the points across, and yes, it gets the material out there, but we should have a little bit of fun with it while we do it. And ultimately, that's one of the reasons why we went with you guys. And it's done a great thing for us. It helps us educate our trainees. It helps us train our trainers, and they don't get bored with it. They're excited to watch the videos. It's tied to our drivers, their monthly safety bonuses. And honestly, quite frankly, prior to your guys' program, we started to see a drop in the participation in the training, and so we knew that we had to do something. And we've been very, very happy with the product that you guys have given us.
Thank you for that. You might have hit on all of those points with that last description there, Eli, but anything else you'd like to add for why an IMTA member should send one of their driver trainers or director of safety to the LLC workshop in July?
Scott, I would say honestly, the better question is why wouldn't you? As a member of the association that cares about not only your direct business, but the industry as a whole, why would you not want to do that? Here in our company, we hear a lot of other carriers talking the talk, right, about safety culture in their individual businesses. Anyone that would show up to your workshop or really anything that you guys put out, to me, would prove that not only are they talking the talk, but they're willing to walk the walk. I can guarantee you, anybody that participates, that they're going to come away from a workshop. They're going to come away from that workshop with a different perspective on how to tackle safety within their organization.
Love it. Yeah. And that's what it is, right? We don't want safety to be the principal's office. We want safety to be the thing that the drivers buy into, that they want to go through the program, that they're looking at and saying, hey, Eli, I want to get that certificate. How can I be a part of this program? We want carrots, not sticks.
That's right.
So switching gears on you. So you've also been using our A-Suite platform, specifically Recruit and Comply. Recruit is the applicant tracking, get them in the door. Comply, once you hit the approve button, manage all the DQ files. Tell us a little bit about what was life like before AvatarFleet, and how is it better after?
Sure. So prior to our partnership with AvatarFleet, we thought that we had developed a pretty solid safety culture and safety platform within our own business. Similarly to what we are doing today, we were focused on using monthly videos to train our drivers. It's one of those things that we believed in what we were doing. However, after years of the same regiment, it became somewhat mundane. Like I'd mentioned previously, we did start to see a drop in participation from our driving force, despite the monthly training videos being tied to their, monetarily tied to their safety bonus. So we recognized something had to change, and we started looking for a solution to re-engage our driving force. And, after making the decision to make a change and switch over to your guys' platform, almost instantaneously participation increased, and it was as simple as just doing a simple media push out to the driving force saying, hey, we're making a change, give these videos a shot, we think you'll enjoy them. And to be honest, we received a lot of great positive feedback from our driving force, not only because the videos themselves are somewhat entertaining, but more importantly because material that is in each of them is it's solid content. So it's pretty early on that we knew that, or we felt that we had hit a home run. Again, we talked a little bit about this, but if we're talking about after the implementation, about the same time, we decided to start our own driving academy. And it's the curriculum that you guys provided it's helped us get it to where it is today.
So on the recruiting side, when I first met you, Eli, I remember I can picture your old website, and I remember applying through it, and I was able to type in some basic contact information, and from there it was an email that turned on a PDF. And I'm reminding you because it was so long ago. I don't know if you remember those days. So that was what it used to look like. Now, tell us about the improvements that you've been able to see in the recruiting department now that they're able to touch more people each day, do more with less, and really maintain your hiring goals, whether it's in a pre-COVID-19 era or here we are in this COVID-19 mess.
I can tell you that we've from the website standpoint, that's improved drastically. When we developed the website, which has been nearly a decade ago, or updated, I say, our website, we went with that simple PDF process. And you're right, it was very mundane and very long and drawn out. And quite frankly, from a driver's or potential driver's perspective, it was probably to the point where we didn't get a lot of completed applications because of the process it took to get through that portion of the hiring deal. So you talk about improving efficiencies within our recruiting department. It's not something we actively track, I would say, but I would venture to say conservatively that, we've got 3 employees who are touching your platform. And because of your platform, I would venture to say it saves collectively between 10 to 15 hours per week between those 3 employees. So, you could say it's 2 to 3 hours per employee a week, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but in reality, it's quite a bit. They're able now, the recruiters are now able to focus on the actual important part about recruiting, which is talking to potential employees or potential drivers. And they're not stuck dealing with all the paperwork, that they were traditionally before we switched to your platform. It was truly like we gained, each recruiter gained their own personal assistant when we brought on your program.
Points and focus more on saying hello than data entry.
Yep.
You never know. That might be the candidate that you get to bring in the door as opposed to lose to the person down the street, which I don't think you were going to hire their own personal.
No, absolutely not.
I like that. A-Suite's the personal assistant. We'll give you a nickel every time we use it.
Fair enough.
So, post-hire. Now, Misty starts to take over and manage the files. And you and I know Misty does not like it when a file is out of order. We came in to actually get that ginormous stack of paper to digitize it and throw it in. So, from your perspective, the files were really clean, but with paper comes, potential errors. Someone comes in. We love Rye. Rye could come in and grab an MVR and leave it on his desk, spill some coffee on it. It gets called up, right? We never see that MVR again. And Misty goes, what the heck? Where'd it go, right?
Yeah.
How many times? So what have you seen from a confidence level of compliance? If you were getting an audit tomorrow, how confident do you feel?
Yeah, 100% that we're compliant. There's no question in my mind or safety's mind or any of that. And it has a lot to do with, what you guys have come in and helped us with. We have a lot tighter internal controls now than what we had previously. And, like you said, we do mock audits a couple times a year, which prepares us for that in case something were to happen. So I sleep well at night knowing that we're at 100% compliance. There's no question in my mind that we're not.
Love it. So here's the last question, and we'll get you off the hot seat.
Sure.
What do you love most about working with AvatarFleet?
All right, let me think about this now. I don't have to think about it at all. So there's no question, that Avatar has some of the best products out there on the market. However, the thing that I personally love the most about working with you guys is your genuine appreciation and care, for people as individuals. In corporate America, it's very unusual to find a company that sincerely cares about their customer successes. So for me, it's refreshing to know that, if we ever run into an issue, or a glitch or anything, that revolves around our business, whether it's, pertains to you guys or not, that you're going to jump on board if we ask you to, and you guys are going to ensure that problem, if it does pertain to you, never happens again. That type of love for your customers, to me, is shown through your culture, and it starts at the top down. And, a lot of people say that, but there's a lot of companies out there that tout that's not true. For you guys, that's 100% accurate. And to me, that's the biggest part. So at the end of the day, I look at it as, look, we're in the trucking business, right? But the reality of it is we're really in the people business. And Avatar, you guys specialize in people. And for that, you guys are one of the greatest partners that we have on our side. So thanks for all that you do. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the culture. It really, really shows as a customer that works closely with you guys, how you feel about your customers and the people that surround you.
Awesome, man. Obviously that means a lot. I'm getting a little goosebumps here, and that's not a joke.
Yeah.
But and keep the good ideas coming. A lot of, it's a two-way street. So
yeah.
None of these good ideas, we're not smart enough to make them up. We're just smart enough to listen. So thank you for speaking up and working with us and get on those whiteboards.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Eli.
Anytime, Scott.
All right. Keep loving safe drivers.
You got it, man.